to be safe, best not to let you have any of my blood.
I would never ask you for such a thing. Friends now. And I don't intentionally hurt my friends.
Alright, back to the educational stuff.
So, to segue away from the awkward talk, you want to talk about crushes?
What?
You do know what crushes are, right?
Of course I know what crushes are.
Do you have any? Because there's a few guys that I kind of like.
Well, I may have had a couple of crushes, but I don't really let myself act on those feelings.
We don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. I was just thinking of ways to pass the time, you know, and get to try to get to know each other like friends, you know.
Thanks. Mine are actually pretty silly anyway.
No crush is ever silly, but I respect your privacy.
And I will respect yours if you don't want to talk about it. Though I could make a guess as to who you might be crushing on, based on the mention of a certain moon fairy earlier. Or am I wrong?
They're one of my crushes. The other is Professor Rose Hollow.
Oh, I'm not too familiar with Rose Hollow. Do you two talk and hang out a lot?
He and I haven't really talked much. I barely think he even knows I exist. He's also been MIA since about last year.
Oh. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to touch on a sensitive subject.
It's all good. I just don't know what to do about it.
Maybe when your transition is done, we can look at finding out what happened if you want.
That'd be cool. Yeah. You're really awesome. You know that, Avalon?
Oh.
How are you feeling, Grimm?
Like I'm on edge. And I want to tear something straight in half.
I'm not surprised. I brought you a blank journal. Immortality is very difficult on the mind. I found that writing down my thoughts helps a lot. And I figured that perhaps this could help you as well. Especially once this is all over with.
How thoughtful of you, Mom. Moondrop. How are you doing today?
I'm hanging in there. It's just difficult to see you like this, Grimm. Especially since I used to be in those very same chains. Quite literally.
Was it as terrifying and lonely when you were in my position? I'm just curious. You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to.
It's alright, Grimm. I don't mind talking about it, I really don't. The main reason I don't normally talk about it is because people don't normally ask. I'll be honest with you, Grimm. I'm still terrified. I never wanted to be immortal. I became immortal because I had no other choice. In a way, you get used to watching the people you love grow old and die, while you stay the same.
Well, you're not alone anymore. I'm always gonna be here for you. I'm shackled to this motherfucker. That was honestly one of the deciding factors in my decision. But then I got to thinking to myself, I'm not alone. As long as I have you and the others by my side.
I'm very fortunate to have everyone, especially you, Graham. You know, Graham, if I ever do have children one day, I would want them to be a whole lot like you.
I'm touched. But I don't think I'm the best role model for children. You're already being far better to me than my biological mother ever was.
Don't say that, Graham. You're such a free spirit. I've always thought of you as a son. And I've always wanted a better life for you than I've had. A much better life. You know, Graham, I've seen Hogwarts' entire history, and I've never seen anyone with a soul like yours. So free. I admire that about you.
Thanks, Moondrop. To me, you've always been like the cool teacher, you know? I mean, I did kind of think that you were the teacher that smoked a little bit of the good herb and were way too far gone to give a shit. Yeah.
Oh, son, if only you knew. Oh, my father used to make a divine wine that had cannabis infused in it. I remember one time my brother and I went and stole a bottle from the wine cellar. That was something.
You, a thief of good wine and cannabis. I didn't know you had a bad side. When this is done, we need to cause some shenanigans.
You know, Graham, there should be a few bottles left in the wine cellar. I would offer you some, but I doubt that you'll want any after all this. You know, you should remind me sometime to tell you of my adventures with Charon, my childhood friend.
Ooh. Tea. Care to spill it, Cordelia?
Well, once we ended up dangling from a branch above a waterfall. Needless to say, the branch broke. You should have seen the look on his face. It was priceless.
Could I have a moment to myself? With the journal? I'd like to write something in it that I don't want you to read just yet.
Of course, Graham. I'll just be here with you.
I don't know how to properly say this, but I did this thing for Flynn. I have to be strong enough to protect her and those that she cares about. I wasn't strong enough to protect her at the train station, but hopefully this thing I did will remedy my predicament. I never told anyone this, but she's the only reason that I stay here. She's the only reason I'm even a professor. Honestly, I don't know what I'd do without her. And I really hope I never actually have to find out. Hopefully she can forgive me. This is gonna be harder than I thought.